Universities, I think, are still at the forefront of technology, especially with the research they're doing for graduates. At the same time, though, industry sometimes moves away from what universities are doing and is also at the forefront of what the graduates are looking for. So what we found is through a lot of research and some white papers and actually reaching out to industry, that industry is focusing on the issue of data and data analytics. And this is where universities, I think, can possibly lift their game.
One of the key remits of the AMI concerns supporting our members through their whole journey, the whole career journey, from when they leave their institution or their university all the way through their career. And in order to do that, we look to build that linkage between their academic background, but also a practical industry perspective. And how do we do that? A combination of things. Firstly, we look at accreditation of university and further education courses. And that's very much looking at applicability of those courses and the staff within those organisations and their linkage to the industry as a profession. The second key thing that we look at is what's called micro-credentialing. And that's very much based around for people who may not have got a traditional marketing degree or marketing discipline, but are really good practitioners in the marketplace. So how can we actually recognise that expertise through credentialing, through data-driven marketing, digital marketing, creative marketing, content delivery, and also customer experience. So accreditation and credentialing are two key things as to how we bridge that gap.
So one of the important things is that the current thinking around marketing strategy, the 4 Ps, the 7 Ps, and the expansion of that, I think universities are definitely there. What we need to do, though, is combine this issue of the 4th industrial revolution back into the marketing degree, and at the same time not only move from data analytics but back into this issue of linking back to finance. So there's a strong push from the AMI to get marketers to understand how the financial metrics of a business work so they can report back to a CFO, CEO, and then move into stronger positions, in the end becoming also the CEO of a corporation.
Well, universities have a whole wealth of experience and the knowledge that they impart with their students, but the way that the AMI can really make a difference is to bridge have that linkage to industry. And how do we do that? Well, some basic things first of all. One component is getting more AMI business members into universities to do some guest lecturing. Another one is part of a degree usually, or quite often, is to do what's called a marketing capstone or applied marketing case study. And with our membership, we have a large number of corporate members linking the two to actually deliver or have some good case studies to do for university assignments is another good way.
What I found is that the accredited universities through the AMI generally have a stronger link back to industry. And we do this, as before, as John said, by looking at the subject outline, looking at the content within the subject, and also bringing in actually industry experts who can actually talk to the content specifically for that subject. This gives students a really rich experience in the classroom where they can look at the theory that comes from the professor at the front and then also link that back into industry. So by doing this, students, I think, get a really holistic viewpoint of what's going on. In regards to non-accredited universities, and there still are unfortunately a few, what we're finding is that the students, in regards to picking a university to go to, actually do prefer accredited universities. And because that links back into industry and also shortens their time to reach CPM, or Certified Practising Marketer, it's a big push from the AMI's point of view of having students actually pick an accredited university versus a non-accredited university.
It's great, teaching some of the undergraduates that we have. I mean, I would see the talent that we've got coming through. There's some fantastic students, just as good as any that I've seen before. And of course, they're working in a different environment, but it's great to see some of that talent that's coming through. But that next step into a business career is a big step, and that's where I think the AMI can certainly help.